Hello and welcome to my item shop guide for Heroes of Newerth. This is for the new free-to-play players. I noticed some of them having trouble with how the item shop works, so this is a guide to explain to you exactly how the shop works. The hero that I've chosen for this is Plague Rider. He's an intelligence support hero, and as such his items that are on his recommended list will be reflected that way. So first thing I'd like to point out is I have starting with more gold. This is to make purchasing items simple and easy for me, and I'm in a game by myself, so I start with more gold. Alright, going into this shop. You see that your shop is divided up into 4 sections right here in this particular tab of recommended. That's the section that we're looking at. That's what defaultly opens whenever you click on the shop. So, you're looking at your shop here. You've got your starting items, your laning items, your core items, and your luxury items. These are based on what you should get and when. Starting items you want to get at the start, so your chances are you're going to want to purchase everything that's in this list as long as you can afford it. So I can afford it. I'm going to purchase all of them. And I'm going to very quickly note how a couple of these items work, as they are a bit unique. Runes of Blight are a healing item. You have to use them on a tree, so you just left click on them and then you left click on a tree. It will consume that tree and then you will start the healing effect. And unlike a health potion, this healing effect cannot be cancelled if you get attacked. Health potions can, but they heal faster, so that's their advantage. Alright, moving on, we have the Monkey Courier. This is an item that you will buy if you're an intelligence hero, usually because you're expected to buy it. It is your job as a support. That is what most intelligence heroes are, support heroes. So, when you buy this item, you left click on it and you'll see the Monkey Courier will fall down onto the ground, and now you can control it. What this item does is it allows you to ferry items from the shop to yourself out in the lane without having to leave the lane, so you can constantly gain experience. It's a really nice item. You want to learn how to use this. But right now, only you can use this, and this is an item that you want to buy and help out your team by buying it. This is an item that everyone should be able to use. So, to make that happen, up here in the top left, you see a small monkey face that says toggle sharing with courier team. Toggle sharing courier with team, excuse me. So when you click on that, now everyone on your team can use the monkey courier, not just you, which is very essential. They're all going to want to use it, and you don't want to be the person who doesn't share the courier. Alright, moving on. We have a ward of sight. These items, when you place them down, just like that, bam, they give you vision in a radius. I don't know how big the radius is, but they do. When you normally wouldn't have vision. Obviously up here I have vision on everything because of the buildings and everything else around here, but say if it was over here and I didn't have vision, I could put a ward there and now I'd be able to see. So, general places that you want to ward: if you're in bottom lane, you want to put your ward right here so that you can see the rune that spawns right here, or a mid lane hero coming down to try and gank you. If you're in top lane, you want to put your ward right here. That way you can see the rune if it spawns top, or likewise if mid's coming up to gank you. These are very important items. Runes spawn every 2 minutes, and wards last a little longer than that. Make sure you're constantly replacing them when they go down. They're only 100 gold, which is like 2 last hits on creeps. So they're very easy to farm and well worth their price. And you're helping your team a lot by buying them. Believe me, they will save your life. Moving on. Going back into the shop. Okay, so you've been farming, getting your last hits in. You've got some gold. Now, what are you supposed to buy? First thing you usually want to buy are boots. For this particular hero, it recommends Striders. So, the way to purchase Striders, there are 2 ways to purchase items in the shop. You can either left-click on them, or you can right-click on them. I'll show you the left-click way first. So I just left-clicked on these Striders. It brings up this menu down here. You'll see a hotkey over Q and a hotkey over marchers, which is Q, and a hotkey over their recipe, which is W. You can press either of these hotkeys to buy the 2 items for it, or you can just right-click on the picture. I'm going to right-click on the picture. When you buy both items, you will see that they combine together, and now you have your Striders. They automatically combine themselves, so you do not need to do anything. Your Striders are now active since they are passive. I'm going to sell these back and show you the other way to buy them now. The other way to buy them is you can right-click on them, and it will bring up a menu. This menu, all you need to do is click OK. It'll tell you the total cost and the individual cost of each of the items. When you click OK, it'll buy them both for you, combine them, and put it in your inventory, just like before. It's faster if you do it this way, and if you have the gold to buy both items. On that note, I would like to point out, if you're going to buy them this way, and you're only going to buy a single piece, say you only have 500 gold, you want to buy your boots so you get some of the movement speed bonus without having the complete thing, What you want to do is only buy the marchers. Never buy the recipe first. The recipe is the last thing that you buy when you're doing a formula. The recipe bonus will not apply unless all of the other pieces are there and the item is completed. So, for example, on an item like Staff the Master, buy each of these items first. Buy the recipe last. It is useless and it is wasting inventory space until you use it to complete your item that you are building. So, moving on to power supply. You'll see that these two are green and lit up around them. That's because I have already purchased them. They're in my inventory. They're two pieces of the item that I already own. I don't need to buy those again. So, you only need the Q part and the R part. We could buy them this way, but I'd like to show you the right-click menu. You'll see that when I right-click, you don't have the two minor totems on here like you normally would if you didn't own them. It removes those from the equation. It won't buy those again for you. It's really, really nice that way, so it'll show you exactly what you need to buy. If you have enough gold to get it, you're going to want to complete it. So let's go ahead and complete this now. Boom. Now we've got our power supply. Moving on. Core items. These are the items that you want to get almost every game on this particular hero. They're going to help that hero out a lot. For Plague Rider, that's the Astrolabe and the Staff of the Master. Staff of the Master will boost the ultimate of many heroes, as this definition suggests. For Plague Rider, it makes his ultimate bounce around more, which is key. The more it bounces, the more damage it's going to deal. It's a really, really great item for him because his ulti is really powerful. Astrolabe is an item that will heal units. As a support hero, he'll be able to heal the other teammates in his lane and the other creeps in that lane, so it'll make pushing a lot more effective, as well as apply the Astrolabe aura, which gives health regeneration. So, Astrolabe is a solid item because it's really great for supporting. It's another item that you're going to want to buy on this hero. Again, with either left-clicking and buying its individual components. This one happens to require two pieces that have their own recipes, as well as the recipe that will combine the two recipe items into the Astrolabe, or by right-clicking on it and purchasing everything at once. Moving on to luxury items. So you've got your core, you've got extra gold. What are you going to buy? That's really based on the heroes that you're up against, but the luxury items will never do you wrong. Things like Kodra Sheepstick, for example, will give you increased mana regeneration. As an intelligence hero, you're going to burn through mana pretty quickly if you're using a lot of your abilities at once. So the faster you regenerate your mana and the more that you have, the better. Same with intelligence. Barrier Idol would increase your magic defense dramatically. Void Talisman gives you minus 5.5 magic armor with its effect, so you have enhanced magic armor. Yeah, physical immunity. It's really, really nice. Subtracts your magic armor, excuse me, it doesn't add to it, and gives you magic immunity. It's a really, really nice item. Moving on to each of the different sections of the shop here, you'll see that you have supplies, mana potions, health potions, runes of blight, basic supply items, nothing really game-changing here. With you've got your homecoming stones, dust of revelation, ward of revelation to reveal stealth things, power supplies, things like that. They're basic items. Moving on to accessories, all of these items will later be used in a recipe. They're a piece to a recipe. Usually you don't want to buy out of any of these other lists. You can usually just buy off of recommended. Oh yeah, by the way, if you click on recommended and you see this list come up and you're like, whoa, what the heck, what happened to my old list? Just click on recommended again and boom, you've got your old one back. It's nice, it's efficient. This is really the one you're going to want to buy your items off of. But anyway, moving on. Going down to weapons, there are weapons and armor here, things that will add protection with the exception of Logger's Hatchet. It only works against creeps and trees. Anyway, Punch Dagger, things that will add to your offensive power and defensive power. They're all basic, no recipe required. Nothing above this first little chunk, you can see a space here, requires a recipe. Relics, these all have nice little effects. Health regeneration, lifesteal, increased attack speed, allows you to teleport short distances, etc. You can read all of these effects in your own time. And legendary, these are the really nice single buy items. Like, for example, Axe of the Malphite gives you plus 25 strength. They're all powerful. They all cost a lot more gold than most normal items. Everything from this point down requires a recipe and multiple items to create. I'm fairly certain anyway. Initiation are all of your very basic, cheap recipes to complete. Supportive, these are items that support heroes will generally have. Restoration Stone, Kodra Sheepstick, you can see is here. Protective, they will add to your defensive abilities, health regeneration. They'll have nice abilities like Shrunken Head gives you magic immunity. This will nullify one direct target attack. It's the Null Stone after all. Combative, offensive things that'll really increase your offensive power. Staff of the Master you can see is here. That was in your recommended list if you remember. And Morph Attack. These all add attack modifiers, which increase what your basic auto attack does. For example, Frostful Skull will slow units that you attack. And that will conclude my guide. Besides the outpost, I will cover really quickly here because I'm running out of time. Outpost is located in Legion top lane right here, or in the Legion bot lane right here. Technically, actually, this is in the Hellborn top lane. It's on the Hellborn side of the map. The outpost is a location where you can buy some of the items that are available in the main shop, but not all of them. It's mainly for convenience. So if you're in that lane, run up there, buy your boots there instead of walking all the way back or using the courier. That's what that's here for. You'll see some convenience items in here, but not all of them. Like, for example, Homecoming Stone is the item that you're primarily going to buy here. And that concludes this guide. If you have any further questions, please feel free to message me on the Heroes of Newerth forums. My name is Biggians Owns. Or right here on YouTube, post a comment, send me a private message. I will happily get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you for watching. I hope this helped. Constructive criticism is always welcome. And thanks for watching.